2014 Buick Enclave, same as an Acadia and a Traverse. Gonna do spark plugs. Need to remove the engine cover. Remove the oil filter cap. Remove the engine cover. It's got a couple little grommets that go on the little nipple things sticking up. So you need to pull that off. Put your cap back on so you don't drop nothing down inside the engine. Loosen up your air intake clamps, 8mm. Careful with this tube here, very loose. Make sure you pry this up out of there, wiggle it out, wiggle this end off. Probably push it this way and pull it up. Then we'll have to push this in, pull it off, squeeze a little tab, pull it off the connector. Get these lines out of the way, unfasten them. Got a bolt here, a clip there. Get this up out of the way, undo this borrow map sensor. Undo these clip here for this, the power line. You can probably undo it right here. Flips up. Undo it, get this out of the way. Careful because that's hot. Don't want to ground that out. Put the nut back on it. After you get this line off of there, you got your PC brake hose for the vacuum booster goes on here. Goes around. Undo it from the booster. Careful. Pull all the way up out of the way. Get it out of the way. Air intake tubes out of the way. Evap hose is out of the way. Stuffed it down there. From here, pushed it in. Unplugged it. Undid the vacuum hose for the booster. From there to the booster. Stuffed it down here. And here it goes to a vacuum pump. Unplugged the throttle body. Undid the lock. Pushed the little tab in. Or lifted the tab with a pocket screwdriver. Unplugged it. Had to get it unfastened from here and over here. And the 10mm that was there. Now I stuffed it back here. Now here we are, upper intake staring at us right now. So you got 6 13mm bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You need to remove those. And also you have your PCV line right here. So when you pick up the intake, upper intake, you can turn it and it will come past these little notches right here. And then you can lift it up out of it, okay? You have to do the same thing when you're going back together. Have the intake turned, push that in, and turn the intake back. All right, I have my 6 bolts loose. It's got a lot of like fine sand on top, so now I'm just gonna blow it. You don't get any dirt inside there because I just end up back into the engine later. So I should have covered it. My mistake. All right, the intake feels like it's stuck onto something. I got all 6 screws loose, bolts. Oof, pick it up and then turn it counterclockwise. And then you can pull this baby out of there. Okay, because it's got flat spots. Okay. All right, the upper intake is off. Now, if you got a vacuum, you can vacuum all the dirt from up on top here. And then I put some rags down inside my ports to keep things from dropping down in there and losing them. And also I gave a little blow around the coils with my blowgun. And around the base, okay? Next I need to do is remove the 10s from the coils. 10, 10, 10, and 10, 10, 10. And once I got the bolts out from the coils, I can pull up on them and twist a little bit and pull them out. And I get them up a little bit, then I get my finger underneath there, and I can squeeze on this coil connector, and I can unplug them. Sometimes you might be able to go through this side of them with a little pocket screwdriver and you can lift that tab. But always push the connectors onto the coils or whatever you're unplugging to relieve some of the tension and pressure that's inside that connector. Okay? And once we get the coils out, then we can remove the spark plugs. But before you remove the spark plugs, you want to take your blow gun and blow out each spark plug tube in case there's any debris down inside there. All the coil bolts have these little plastic guides that go on them, little washers that go into the coil. They're like a center. Just be careful when you pull them out, you don't drop them. Or if they're left in there, try not to lose them. No big deal. All the coils are unplugged. I use my door panel tool, go underneath to help pick them up. Twist them a little bit if you can. Inspect them when you pull them out. Make sure they're not, don't have any burns on them or any cracks or any oil. If they're full of oil, that means the tubes are leaking inside the cylinder head, and the cylinder head would have to be replaced if the tube is filling up with oil. Now all I need to do is just blow out the spark plug tubes with our blowgun. All the spark plugs are out. They all look pretty good. No carbon tracking up the porcelains or anything like that. And they're all firing good. Okay, take the new spark plugs out of the box, rub them around your dirty fingers, and you'll see if there's any cracks in the porcelain. If you don't see no cracks, then it's a good spark plug. Also inspect the gap, make sure it's not smashed, and inspect the porcelain inside there, make sure it's not loose or cracked. All right? These are pre-gapped from the factory. If they're smashed, then you'll have to open them up or take them back to the store and get a new one. All right? Put a little bit of anti-seize on them, and when you install them, put them in with your fingers, and then run them down and tighten them up, and then you want to torque them to 18 foot-pounds. Okay, when you're installing spark plugs, try not to be lazy and have the extension rest on the side of the tube, and then you use that to tighten your spark plug. Because in turn, it might damage the tube or even crack your spark plug. So always hold it, use two hands, center it, and use your other hand to tighten. Okay? Now we can go ahead and put our coils back in, but you want to put a little bit of dielectric grease inside the tip of the spark plug boot. And inside here, just a little bit, just a smear inside there, and a little bit around the outer seal to help keep dirt and water from going down inside the tube. All the coils are installed. Make sure you plug them in, make sure they clip in, push on them, and see if they pull off. And put your bolts on and just snug them up. They're just there to hold the coils down, and also make sure you plug them in. Make sure you hear them click. All right. Those are good, and those are already, I already checked these. Yep, okay. Now the next thing you need to do is clean up your intake port surface, and also on your plenum. Looks like it's got that black stuff on there from the gasket a little bit. Also, got a new gasket for this. Go ahead and remove this one and get that cleaned up as well. Sometimes I reuse them. I just put a little bit of dielectric grease on the surface and I'll install them. I use my wheel stud hub cleaner lightly on the surface. Cleans it up pretty good. Not very big. It's perfect about it. And I'll just get in there and just go lightly on it. Try not to put any pressure. Just want to lightly scratch them. I got my new gasket on there. Usually they don't stay. I have to put them on top of the engine. And I'll stick all the bolts through and turn it over and see if it stays. If it doesn't stay, then I'm just going to put it on top of the engine. Most likely it's not. So I'll just put this on top of the motor. Goes in there like that. Okay. Make sure it seats down. All right. So that's in there. So now I can go ahead and put my intake in there. Careful when you have putting your intake in there. Don't forget about, you gotta have it turned. Put your PCE valve in there, turn it, bring it in there, drop it down, pull all your bolts out. Make sure that the intake is centered on top of the gasket because it has these little notches sticking up. Okay, PCV crankcase is in there. Make sure it's pushed back down so these little hooks can clip onto that tube. And when you bring it around in there, make sure they stay below. Make sure it stays below the little notches. You can have the front three out and just lift up that intake and see where it's landing and guide it where it should be. And then once it's sitting flat and get those three started, then you can go ahead and put these in there. And you can get them started. Make sure you get them all started. Okay, these are all started. Those are all started. Look around, make sure nothing in the way or anything. Now you can go ahead and snug those 6 down. All right, upper intake bolts are snugged up. Go ahead and tighten them, torque them to 89 inch-pounds, 89. Or 90 inch-pounds, it might be easier on your torque wrench. All right, next, let's go ahead and put all your harnesses back in place. You know, and they bolt to, and your vacuum hose for your brake booster. On your brake booster, put a little bit of dielectric grease on the grommet that goes on there. Allow that to go in there a little bit easier. Everything will fall into place. Don't forget your power line for your alternator and starter goes to there. Careful, that's constant power. Okay. Power wire to alternator starter. Wire harness clips in there, clips right here. Bolt there. Don't forget this one. Gotta find that. Where's that at? Be shoved over here. Goes like that. So you try clipping that in there. That goes on here. I'm gonna stick this underneath it. Okay, that's good. Should go over there. That goes into the booster. Goes in there. Evap connector. Throttle body. Now I can go ahead and put this in there. Put it on here first, and then put it on there. And then your breather tube. Put a little clamp on it because it gets kind of saturated and loose right there. All right, intake tube is on that way first, and then there. Turn it this way as far as you can so it gets pushed into that little hose as much as possible. Tighten up your clamps. Now what you want to do is go inside, start it, make sure it runs good. If it runs good, you can go ahead and put your engine cover back on. And you'll have to remove your oil cap beforehand. And you might want to put some lube on your grommets. Ease the installation and removal next time. So once you got this on, and then you're all set. And if you removed your front cover like I did, go ahead and put it back on. But I'm still gonna do something else. Okay, so if it runs good, got the engine cover on, and you're all set, that completes the spark plugs, okay? So hopefully I helped you out with the spark plugs, and hopefully help me out by subscribing to me, and I appreciate it. And if you already did subscribe to me, just want to tell you thank you, and always have fun, okay? All right, bye-bye.